just think your mom is gorgeous. Cheers.
Are you a little nervous? How are you feeling about the jury selection today?
Our cameras caught ASAP Rocky this morning headed into and leaving an LA court as jury selection began in his felonious trial. The 36-year-old, who faces 24 years in prison if convicted, has pleaded not guilty, and today he rejected a plea deal offer of 180 days in jail, saying, quote, "I respectfully decline."
You concerned about rejecting?
California rapper ASAP Rocky declines a plea deal on the eve of the start of his trial. The rapper, whose real name is Rakim Mayers, is charged with 2 felony counts with a semi-automatic firearm. The deal would have sent him to jail for 180 days, but he now faces up to 24 years in prison if he's convicted by a jury.
In and of itself does not mean that your client is guilty. That's the way we're going to deal with this, and that's the final ruling. I don't want to hear anything more about it. That's the end of the issue for now.
Oh my goodness, the drama is making Blockbuster real, and the tea is sizzling hot. As a result, Rocky is on trial, and Sister Robin is completely freaking out on the streets. Rumor has it that our girl Rihanna has been out there looking really depressed since her man, her baby daddy, maybe Maya's husband for the next 20 years, missing her birthdays, holidays, and all that daddy duty. You know, Rocky's trial just started, and it's already a hot mess, and we have judges out. Here he flirted with Rocky's mother, witnesses gave stunning testimony, and Rocky's legal team played chess while the prosecution played Uno while blindfolded. The prosecution then offered Rocky a plea deal, asking him to admit to 1 felony assault, take an anger management course, complete some community service, and leave with a suspended sentence. Rocky said, "No, I'm fine," and now the internet is completely disorganized. Some people believe that he missed a great chance. Others say the deal was a bust because Rocky didn't even do what they say he did. And naturally, comparisons to Tory Lane are rife because what does it mean for Rocky if Tory receives 10 years? But wait, is Rocky truly in a losing battle? And where does Rihanna fit into all of this? Let's get started. For those who are still attempting to catch up, here is a summary. Quickly. Rocky is under fire because it has been claimed that he pulled up and shot his own friend. Rihanna, the gag of the century, isn't just a random person. He's actually a member of Rocky's own ASAP crew. His gags depict betrayal, courtroom turmoil, and yes, a real-life power episode. You would think that this case would be simple. Either Rocky did it or he didn't. But it's more complicated than a BET soap drama that costs $2. First of all, the trial shouldn't even be happening, according to online users, because Rocky and ASAP Rihanna got into a furious fight over the expense of the crew member's funeral. Background information: before the ASAP Rocky was just another member of the ASAP mob, a group of rappers, producers, music video filmmakers, and fashion designers from Harlem who achieved notoriety in 2006. This group was known by the acronym ASAP. He later evolved into the modern-day ASAP Rocky that we all know today. Although the entire gang is made up of Rock Ferg and hurried rapid 12 ASAP, Rocky gained notoriety and is undoubtedly the richest member. Therefore he turned into the group's spokesperson, and with popularity came demands, especially in terms of safeguarding his people. Consequently, everyone assumed Rocky would step up and cover the funeral costs when one of their own passed away in the 21st century. But in fact, he was certain that Rocky had deserted them. He therefore went up to Rocky and questioned him about it, and the next thing you know, they are yelling at each other a block away. At a distance from the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Rocky suddenly flashes the blicky. How can we be certain about this? Due to the fact that actual CCTV footage shows the altercation. Rocky takes the item out while things are cooling down, but we see him put it back in later in the same video. Someone intervenes to break up Rocky and Really's excessive handiness. But trust me, that little altercation wasn't the end. It was just the beginning because, in his own words, Rocky didn't just flash the pew-pew. He let it sing. According to him, Rocky fired some shots, and one of those bullets grazed Rhee's knuckles. Rihanna claims that he didn't even get medical attention until after he flew back to LA, which already raised eyebrows. This is where things get messy though, because he waited days before filing a report. Let's be honest, if you are shot at and hit, The first thing you're doing is getting checked out and calling the boys in blue, right? But waiting a few days to do both. Well, that's gotten written all over it, and trust that Rocky's legal team is using that as evidence that this case is stinking. To make matters worse, the best footage we have of the entire situation is grainy, shaky, and barely shows anything useful. So now it's Rocky's word against Reliza's, and the court is consuming this drama. As a result, the prosecution and defense have little to work with other than witness testimony. To put it mildly, the prosecution's star witness, Akap Riai, is flopping harder than a bad wig on a windy day, baby, and no one is buying what he's selling. Rocky's fans, on the other hand, are going in and don't just think that Rocky is a bitter ex-homeboy. They call him a snitch because, let's face it, beefing with your crew is one thing, but running to the police rather than keeping it within the family is real rodent behavior, and trust that Rocky's attorneys are exploiting that narrative for filth in his opening statement. Joe Takapa, an attorney, came out swinging, saying that this case is about one man's jealousy based on lies and greed, that it's all about money, and that it's a blatant attempt at extortion. Trust me, that's not even scratching the surface of the chaos occurring in this trial. As we previously discussed, things officially began on Friday, January 24th, and the jury has already gone viral on the internet, causing chaos and drama. Oh, it's only just getting started. The jury is composed of 7 women and 5 men, and not a single one of them is black. This is where people really started to look down on the entire trial because, baby, the jury selection is a mess. Online people have been raising the alarm, saying things like, "Be so real, both the accused and the alleged victim are black men, and this case is happening in Los Angeles of all places. So you mean to tell me that not a single black person made it onto the jury in a case that has the entire internet talking? Make it make sense, baby." This isn't just Twitter fingers talking, but the Reverend Al Sharpton himself had to step in and call it out. When Al Sharpton took the microphone, he made it clear that the jury situation was serious, and that people needed to start paying attention because, let's keep it buck, without a diverse jury, is Rocky really getting a good luck? He said, "I have been in close contact with ASAP Rock's friends, and although I am not familiar with the specifics of the trial, I am aware that he deserves to be judged fairly by his peers, as is his constitutional right. It is absolutely ridiculous that the jury will be unrepresentative and unfair in order to deprive $AP Rocky of a fair trial, when we have 4 black people in the city of Los Angeles out of the water 106 and exactly 0 within the first 30 possible. The trial is already looking spicy, and we are only halfway through.